thoughtfully. You are faced with a great responsibility. Thank you, gentlemen.
You know something? It's hot. You think at least air conditioning this place. I almost dropped dead in court.
I know, right? Okay, gentlemen. Everybody's here. If you need anything, it's not.
I never knew they locked the door.
Sure they locked the door. What do you think?
I don't know, it just never occurred to me.
6 days. They should have finished it in 2. Talk. You never heard so much talk about nothing?
Well, I guess they're entitled.
Everybody gets a fair trial. Well, that's the system. Well, I suppose you can't say anything against it.
What's the matter? Did you like that business about the night? Did you ever hear a funnier story?
Well, look, you got to expect that. You know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I suppose. What's the matter? You got a cold?
Lulu, these hot weather colds can kill you.
All right, gentlemen, let's take our seats. How about sitting down? The gentleman at the window. How about sitting down?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Stuff's bigger, isn't it?
Right, it's better than I've got tickets to the ball game tonight. Okay, Your Honor. Start the show.
It's tough to figure, isn't it? Kid kills his father. Bang! Just like that. Well, let's the element. They let their kids run wild. Maybe it serves them right.
Is everybody here?
The old man's inside.
We'd like to get started.
Forgive me, gentlemen. I didn't mean to keep you waiting.
It's all right. Take a seat. All right, now you gentlemen can do this any way you want to. I mean, I'm not going to make any rules here. If we want to discuss first and then vote, that's one way, or we can vote right now and see where we stand.
Let's vote now. Maybe we can all go home.
Yeah, let's see who's where.
Right, let's vote now.
Okay, all those voting guilty, raise your hands. 9, 10, 11. That's 11 for guilty. Okay, not guilty. 1. Okay. 11 to 1 guilty. Now we know where we are.
Boy, there's always one.
Somebody in left field. You think he's not guilty?
I don't know.
I never saw a guilty man in my life. You sat in court and heard the same thing I did. He's a dangerous killer. You could have seen him.
He's 18 years old.
That's old enough. He knives his own father 4 inches into the chest. An innocent little 18-year-old kid. They proved that it does in different ways. Do you want me to list them?
No.
Well, do you believe his story?
I don't know whether I believe it or not. Maybe I don't.
So what'd you vote not guilty for?
There were 11 votes for guilty. It's not so easy for me to raise my hand and send a vote out for that without talking about it first.
Who says it was easy for me?
No one.
What, just because I voted fast? I think the guy's guilty. You couldn't change my mind if you talked for 100 years.
I don't want to change your mind. Look, I just want to talk for a while. This boy's been kicked around all his life, you know, living in a slum. His mother dead 16 with 9. That's a very hard start. You know, he's a tough, angry kid. You know how some kids get their way? Because we knock them on the head once a day, every day. I just think we all here for words, that's all.
I don't mind telling you this, mister. We don't know him a thing. He got a fair trial, didn't he? You know what that trial cost. He's lucky he got it. Look, we're all grown-ups here. You're not going to sit here and tell us that we're supposed to believe him, knowing what he is. I've lived among them all my life. You can't believe a word they say. You know that.
I don't know that. What fair thing for man to believe? Since with this honesty group characteristic, you have no monopoly on the truth.
All right, it's not Sunday. We don't need a sermon.
What this man says is very dangerous.
I don't see any need for arguing like this. I thought we were to behave like gentlemen.
Right.
If we're going to discuss the case, let's discuss the facts.
I think that's a good idea. We have a job to do. Let's do it.
If you gentlemen don't mind, I'm going to close the window. There's one on my head.
I may have an idea here. I'm just thinking out loud now, but it seems to me that it is up to us to convince this gentleman that we're right and he's wrong. Maybe if we each took a minute or two, you know, sort of try to emphasize.
That sounds fair. Suppose we can go once around the table.
Okay, let's start it off.
Right, I guess you're first.
Well, I just think he's guilty. I mean, nobody proved otherwise. No one has to prove otherwise. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't have to open his mouth. That's in the Constitution. The Fifth Amendment. You've heard of it? Sure, I've heard of it. Well, what I mean is, I just think he's guilty.
Okay, let's get to the facts. Number 1, let's take the old man who lived on the second floor, right underneath where the murder took place. At 10 minutes after 12, on the night of the killing, he heard a loud noise. He said it sounded like a fight. He heard the kid saying to his father, "I'm going to kill you." A second later, he heard the body falling. He ran to the door of his apartment, looked out, and saw the kid running downstairs out of the house. They called the police, and they found the father with a knife in his chest.
And the coroner picked the time of death around midnight.
Right, now what else do you want?
Boy's entire story is flimsy. He claimed he was at the movies. That's a little ridiculous, isn't it? Couldn't remember what pictures he saw.
Right, did you hear that? You're absolutely right.
Look, what about the woman across the street? If her testimony don't prove it, then nothing does.
That's right. She saw the killing, didn't she?
Let's go in order.
Just a minute. Here's a woman who is lying in bed and can't sleep. It's hot, you know. looks out the window right across the street. She sees the kid stick the knife into his father. She's known the kid all his life. His window is right opposite hers across the L tracks, and she swore she saw him do it.
No, but it was through the windows of a passing elevated train.
Okay, and they proved in court that you can look through the windows of a passing L train at night and see what's happening on the other side. They proved it.
I'd like to ask you something. How come you believe that she's one of them too, isn't she?
You're pretty smart, fellow, aren't you?
Come on, sit down. What do you let him get y'all upset for? Relax.
Let's calm down now. Number 5, it's your turn. I'll pass it. That's your privilege. How about you?
I don't know. I started to contest the testimony from those people across the hall. Didn't they say something about the arm between the father and the boy around 7 o'clock that night? I mean, I can't be wrong.
I think it was 8 o'clock, not 7.
That's right, 8 o'clock. They heard the father hit the boy twice and saw the boy walk in by the house. What did it prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the picture. I didn't see it.
Anything else?
No.
What about you?
Well, I mean, it's mostly been said already. We can talk all day about this thing, but let's just look at the kid's record. He was 15 in reform school. He stole a car. He was picked up for mugging. He was arrested for knife fighting. I think they said he stabbed somebody in the arm. This is a very fine boy.
Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly. He used his fists.
So would I with a kid like that.
You're right. It's the kids. The way they are, you know? They don't listen. I've got kids. When he was 8 years old, he ran away from a fight. I saw him. I was so ashamed. I told him right out, I was going to make a man out of it. I was going to bust him up into pieces trying. Hey, well, I made a man out of it. When he was 15, he hit me in my face. He's big, you know, hadn't seen him in 3 years. Right, kids. You work your heart out. All right, let's go.
We're missing the point here. This boy, let's say it's a product of a filthy neighborhood and a broken home. We can't help that. We're not here to go into reasons why slums are breeding grounds for criminals. They are. I know it. So do you. The children who come out of slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
You said it there. I don't want any part of them. Believe me.
Hey, I live in a slum all my life.
Oh, now wait a second.
He used to play in a backyard and steal the garbage. Maybe it still smells on me.
Let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal.
There is something personal.
Come on, fella, he didn't mean you. Let's not be so sensitive.
I can understand the sensitivity.
Now let's stop bickering and wasting time. It's your turn.
Okay. I had a peculiar feeling about this trial. I mean, somehow I felt the defense counsel never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. He was appointed by the court to defend the boy. He hardly seemed interested. Too many questions were left unasked.
But what about the ones that were asked? For instance, let's take a cute little switch knife, you know, that one that find a right kid in the bind.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's take a look at it. I'd like to see it again, Mr. Foreman.
We all know what it looks like. I don't see why we have to look at it again. What do you think?
The gentleman has the right to see exhibits and evidence.
Okay with me?
This knife is a pretty strong piece of evidence, don't you agree?
I do.
The boy admits going out of his house around 8 o'clock after being slapped by his father.
Or punch.
Or punched. He went to the neighborhood store and bought a switch knife. The storekeeper was arrested the following day with men selling it to the boy. It's a very strange knife. The storekeeper identified it and said it was the only one of its kind that he had in stock. Why did the boy get it? As a present for a friend, he says. Am I right so far?
Right.
You bet he's right. Now listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about.
Next, the boy claims that the knife must have fallen through a hole in his coat pocket, and then he never saw it again. Now there's the story, gentlemen. You know what actually happened? A few hours later, the boy took the knife home with it and stabbed his father, and even remembered to wipe off the fingerprints. Everyone connected with this case identified this knife. Now, aren't you trying to make this accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
Stabbed his father.
Or stabbed his father with it just to be amusing?
No, I'm saying it's possible that the boy lost the knife and it's someone else stabbed his father with a similar knife. It's possible.
Take a look at that knife. It's a very strange knife. I've never seen one like it before in my life, neither has the storekeeper who sold it to him. Now, aren't you trying to make this accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
I'm not trying to make anyone accept anything. I'm just saying it's possible.
And I'm saying it's not possible. Whoa! What are you trying to do?
Yeah, what is this? Who do you think you are?
Look at it. Same knife.
Quiet. Let's be quiet.
Where did you get it?
I got it last night in a little junk shop around the corner from the boy's house. It cost $2.
Now listen to me. You put a real smart trick here, but you proved absolutely zero. There could be 10 knives like it. So what?
Maybe there are.
The boy lied and you know it.
He may have lied. Do you think he lied?
Now that's a stupid question. Sure he lied.
Do you?
You don't have to ask me that. You know my answer. He lies.
I don't know.
Wait, what are you, the guy's lawyer? I mean, there's still 11 of us who think he's guilty. You're alone. If you want to be stubborn and hang this jury, then we'll be trying to get him found guilty as sure as he's born.
Maybe he will.
So what are you going to do about this? Be here all night.
It's only one night. The man may die.
Well, whose fault is that?
Went over it again? What I mean
Did
is,
anyone force him to kill his father? How do you like it?
No one forced
And
anyone.
none of us know about it all night. Some of us have better things to do than sit in a jury room.
I can't understand a word in here. Why do we have to talk at once?
He's right. I think I'll get on with it.
Well, what do you say? You're the one that's holding up the show.
I've got a proposition to make. I want to call for a vote. I want 11 men to vote by secret ballot. I'll abstain. If there are still 11 votes for guilty, I won't stand alone. We'll take the guilty verdict right now.
Okay, let's do it.